Hey everyone, just quickly before the video starts, I wanted to let you know that I recently started an Etsy shop where I am selling digital downloads of all of my prints that you see at the beginning of my bullet journal spread setups for each month. So if you guys want to check it out, the link will be in the description. So let's get back to the video. Alright everyone, welcome back to another Create This Book video. This is episode number 11 actually. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 pages that I completed on camera. I'm super happy with how they all turned out and I'm excited to show you. So let's get started. So the first page that I'm completing says create folds. Fold this page any way you want. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of color coming in from the other pages around it. So I decided to cover up the majority of it with some scrapbooking paper. I started by taking a white piece and just sizing it for the page just to cover everything up. I started by cutting out a hole to put the prompt, but later on I just made an entirely new prompt to glue on top of that just so it would look a little bit more cohesive and clean. And then with that piece of paper I took a combination of white and blue acrylic paint and kind of painted that on. This is going to be the sky. And then with the rest of the scrapbooking paper, I'm doing the actual folds. So technically I did not do the page right because I didn't fold the actual page, but because the page was pretty destroyed from the pages surrounding it, I decided to fold the other pages or other pieces of paper to put on the page. So I'm making this little ocean scene. I cut out these ocean wave designs out of this blue paper, and then I cut little indents into all of the edges and folded those down. And on a separate piece of white paper, I just tried to copy the font of the prompt as best as that I could, just so that I could glue it on over top of everything once I was all finished. I just did this in a fine liner and colored in the folds title with a black marker. Once that was done and the sky was dry, I just used a glue stick to glue this in, and then I just kind of played around with how I wanted to place all of my ocean waves on here. So I just started from the back and worked my way forward with the different colors, trying to like alternate them, and I just glued this all in so that the waves looked like they were kind of all together, and I did this all the way until the bottom, and once that was complete I glued the prompt in. Sorry for the weird lighting here, but the lighting was just a little overexposed. But once that was all done, I took a silver gel pen and drew out these little twinkly stars in the sky. I don't know, I just thought that it needed something extra. And then with some white acrylic paint, I added the little white peaks onto all of the waves. And I just kind of did this with like a little dabbing motion on all of the folds of the waves. And here is what the page looks like when it is all finished. I love how the white in the waves looks really dreamy and really pretty with all of the stars in the sky. As you can see, I added some little white ones and also some metallic silver and gold stars. The second page that I'm doing today says create cuts through layers in magazines. So cut shapes through several pages at once and then glue the pieces here. So I started by sketching out this drawing of this girl holding a cup of coffee with a pencil, and then I went over it with a fine liner and kind of a like doodly type of like very line type of drawing, and then I colored this in with a combination of different markers. So I used some Crayola Super Tips and also my Tombow brush markers, just in these really pretty colors. Once the initial drawing was done, I got out some magazines to use for her hair. I just took these random magazines. These are super old and they're probably from a thrift store. And I used these like zigzaggy scissors. I don't know what they're called, but they have like a cool shape on them. And I cut out these strips and then I'm just using a glue stick to glue them on. I made like a little sketch out about the shape of her hair and like kind of where I wanted to glue them down. And then I just kind of went ahead and placed them all over her hair. And here is the finished page. I think this turned out so well. I'm really happy with it and I think she looks so pretty. I love the color of her hair and kind of just how it adds some different texture to my pages, just because lots of my pages are just with like marker and stuff like that. So the magazine is a nice little addition. And the final page that I did for this episode says create doodles. Fill this entire page with mindless doodling. So I just pulled out some markers and kind of just went crazy making some doodles. I chose like a basic color scheme as I went and then just kept those markers aside so it would kind of look a little bit more put together than just using like every single color of the rainbow, which would be cool. But I wanted to keep it looking a little bit more clean and cute, I guess. So I just drew a bunch of leaves and suns and just things that I enjoy doodling and drawing, and I added lots of different little lines and squiggles and different shapes until the page was completely filled up. I didn't have any plan going to this page, which I think is the best thing, and I just kind of had fun with it. And I also ended up adding some more details with a fine liner at the end. So here is what the finished page looks like. I think it's really pretty and a nice quick little page to do. I also colored in the prompt letters with the same markers that I used for all of the doodles. Alright, so that concludes today's Create This Book video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm slowly making my way through this book. Hopefully I'll finish by the end of 2020. Who knows, maybe that's pretty optimistic, but I'll keep on pushing through and finishing up some pages. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you check out my Etsy shop. The link is right on the screen, and also all of my other Create This Book videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!